Hi everybody, this video is to walk you through the IMC patch process. Either if you've never done it before, or this will also walk you through if you have done it before. You'll notice that it is slightly different than what you've experienced prior to this April 2020 patch release. From here on out it should look the way that this video shows, otherwise we'll create another video and distribute it. So to get started, you're going to get a send via DoD Safe with a zip file. Once you get that zip file, you're going to download it and have it on your desktop. It's going to look like this right here. For example, I have April patches. It'll be zipped. We're going to right click and extract all. It's going to ask you where you want to extract it. We're going to put it on our desktop, so we're going to choose extract. Once that's done, you'll see a pop-up that tells you that you have your April patches. Double click April patches and you're going to have a file transfer batch file. It's important that you click this batch file, as it's going to move it into the right location, as well as start an install prompt for you, which is new with this patch process. If you drill down through this patches folder, you're not going to have the right files in the right locations for it to run. So again, it's very important you choose this file transfer batch. You just have to double click it. It'll give you a prompt for file transfer. Press any key to continue. So we're going to hit enter. It's going to go through everything that it's moved. All of our scripts are moved over, as well as our patches. It'll say file transfer complete. This is new. It's going to say press any key to launch interface. So this is a new feature. Once you hit enter, it's going to actually open up in Edge or possibly Internet Explorer, and it's going to be an actual distribute, install, cleanup, and reboot buttons here. So no more do you have to change your file location. You're just going to strictly come to this page when it pops up, and we're going to choose distribute. When you click it, you'll see you get a pop-up down here at the bottom that says, do you want to open the distribute patches? We're going to choose open. It will now pop up a, do you want to allow IDS5 maintenance console application to open? We're going to choose yes, and you'll see the IDS5 maintenance console opens just like it did before. In the left column, we're going to choose load from registry. Okay, I'm only going to send this to one because I don't have the rest of mine connected to this one. But you would leave all of your workstations in there and choose run, and put in your administrator password and choose enter. It's going to run. This will run in sequential order. So once it completes one workstation, it'll move to the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, so on and so forth down the line until you see what I have here, which is done status code of 0 and a station output for every workstation. If you double click the station output, it will show you where the files got moved to and what files were moved. Again, once you have done 0 and yes on all your workstations, you're going to choose OK. This will the time it takes to transfer will depend on the size of the files that we have for that month. Alright, we're finished with our distribute, so we'll close that out and we'll come back to this screen. We're going to choose install. Again, at the bottom we're going to choose open. We're going to choose yes at our user account control pop-up. Right click in the left column and choose load from registry. You would leave all your stations. Again, I'm just deleting the ones that aren't connected. And we're going to choose run. Again, we put in our password and hit enter. This is going to run. This will take however long it takes depending on the patches. If we have 4 or 5 gigs of patches, it might take 30, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how old your computer is. If we have a few patches, it will run fairly quickly. This will also run your executables now. You no longer need to go to each AFAS machine and click the install patches button. Right now, unless you're told otherwise, you'll run this install patches and you'll move on to the next script that's on that interface page. So keep that in mind. That's the difference from the old to the new, is you no longer need to hit your install patches button. We'll let you know if that is needed, but for right now we don't need it. Okay, again, once this is complete, you're going to see the workstation done, status code of 0, station output yes. When you double click it this time, it's going to tell you the patch that was run, and it's going to give you an exit code. If you see a long exit code like you have here, this one is 7 digits. This is because this patch has already been run on this workstation, so I got a long exit code. If you see a long negative exit code, that is indicates that the patch wasn't applicable for your system. Exit code of 0 means it was installed successfully. The other one you might see is a 3010. That means that the patch was installed successfully and it needs a restart in order to fully apply the patch. So once you reboot it, that patch will be done. If you see anything other than the long exit codes, a long exit code 0 or 3010, you need to look up that code or reach out to us and we'll interpret what that code is and what happened with that patch. Okay, so assuming everything went successfully, we'll close this. All of our stations will say done. We'll hit OK and we'll close the IDS5 maintenance console.
Now we're on to step 3, which is cleanup. So we're going to choose the cleanup button. At the bottom we're going to get the do you want to open? We're going to choose open. At the user account control we choose yes. In the left column we're going to right click, choose load from registry. Ensure we have the correct stations displayed. And we're going to choose the green run arrow. We put in our password. And we press OK or hit enter. And it'll say running. We should get done with status code of 0, station output yes. What we've done is deleted files we no longer need, and we've saved those patches inside that admin folder inside an archive patches subfolder. In case we need to access those patches later for individual install, for some reason they might not have taken correctly the first time. As long as we have done 0 and yes on all our stations, we can choose OK. We can close our IDS5 maintenance console. Our last step is reboot. If you already have a reboot procedure in place, no need to press this button and go through it. Let your system reboot when it needs to. It will take about 15 to 20 minutes for the workstation to come back up. So if you're not able to reboot your workstations now, you can reboot them later. If you can reboot some of the workstations or all of them, choose reboot. At the bottom, choose open. Yes for user account control. In the left column, we load our workstations. Reboot whatever ones that can be rebooted right now with this green run arrow and a password. It will then reboot that workstation, apply those patches. About 15 to 20 minutes later, that AFAS will be ready to go again. This completes the IMC patch process. If you have any questions, please contact us at the AFAS program office or send us an email. Thanks for watching the video.